welcome everyone back to Wicked Ones, a Forged in the Dark game. I'm the storyteller, Matthew Pose, from StartPlaying.Games, and let's let the players introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Gar. I'm a demon. Oh man, I couldn't remember the movie quote there. It's like, oh, fucking demon. My father is the gatekeeper to the underworld, and I am going to bring him to this one. Maybe before or after I create a following as strong to worship myself.
And I'm the High Priestess of Gar. I am the Piety Aragast. You may refer to me as, my friends call me Peony. You may refer to me as Myth Piety Aragast.
All right.
I'm a demon. I use force, the best kind of magic.
And while these other people rely on magic, I am Lord Movish. I am a orc hunter who prefers to do things with a bow and hurt people.
And I'm playing Slimmick, a conniving snake person who's deranged, addicted to mushrooms, and constantly craves new things. Primarily sneaking into cults and getting in good with them. I'm totally your friends, everybody. And together we fight crime.
No, we do crime. Together we do crime.
Oh, right. We fight and do crime. You're right.
Well, no, you make out and do crime.
All right. And last time, quick reminder, did we leave off after doing the building phase? Or did we just do loot and have to peace out?
I see like a tinker and a vocroll, the priest. I think, yeah, we did we did loot, we did the dungeon raid, and then I think that was it.
Yes, I want to say that we had discussed bringing another follower back for me, and I was saying let's do that next time when we do X. I'm thinking X is our normal start thing.
All right.
Yep.
Because I know you were saying it wouldn't take an action or anything, so I already marked off that I got a follower back. I just don't remember.
Yeah, you've recruited someone who fills in that duplicate.
Yeah, my dumb decision to only have 2 followers. I'll have 2 followers, because clearly that makes them each more powerful than having 5 weak followers. That's not how the game works. The mechanics don't work that way. The game literally incentivizes you for no reason.
Versus specifics.
Well, it said the game says you can have between 2 and 5 followers. There is no difference mechanically. It's like,
well, there are 2 to 5 followers, but they have to be homogenous.
Yeah. Just saying that there's no benefit to choosing 2 over 5.
Well, there is. It says that if you pick 2, the 2 individuals should be more powerful than the 5.
Right, but mechanically they're not.
Well, if someone had a gang of 5 and you had a gang of 2, and you separate one of those 5 and one of your 2, yours should be stronger in theory.
Right, but
mechanically it doesn't support them working apart anyways.
Right, but mechanically they also have the skills that you've given them. They're not more stronger based on any other thing than you saying.
You are both correct. The text says they should be stronger, but Theta is fond of pointing out, yes, but formally, according to the rules, they're not.
To be fair, in their defense, they
I
used
do
the
like the
word...
implication that just 2 random dudes are as good as every other goblin we have.
Well, I'm just saying, in their defense, they used the word should, which is their formalization of saying they should be. They're not, but they should be.
Just don't look too close. It's all good.
I decided to lean into that
No
in the
attention
wrong
to the goblin
direction.
behind the curtain. All right. So I guess we got some downtime here.
Didn't we just specify we already did the downtime?
Yeah, we already did the downtime.
Did we?
Okay.
See, that's what I was confused about. I thought we didn't.
Okay, so then
I'm not 100% sure.
We failed to build the scriptorium again.
Okay.
In that case,
that's
we're
right.
looking to go out and do more crime.
That is correct.
Yeah,
now I'm remembering.
We were determining what we were going to go do.
Well, what's the next step on our master plan?
Well, there's the master plan. There's interfering with other factions that you guys were discussing before. Or there's getting materials you need for your level 3 room that you don't have yet.
We're still on step 2 of the master plan.
Mhm.
Can we go back
Corrupt a
to
few
the
religions.
can we go back to the factions page again?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's look.
So clearly, this is the time to go attack the Knights of Justice head on in a one-on-one battle of good versus evil that'll end everything once and for all.
Do we know anything about the sacred
Mostly
Can we figure
animals.
Do we know anything about the sacred romances?
Not yet.
Okay.
I say we corrupt the living woods, but that's just me.
To credit the
corrupt a few
elves of the
religious sorts.
monastery.
Well, clearly, you people need to get some people worshipping in the way you want them. Have you ever done door-to-door salesmanship before?
Sorry, that had nothing to do with what you just said.
No, I like to imagine that's the actual response.
I was just thinking
I
maybe if
have
we could
Never.
make the cult of the brass god believe that my father is the brass god. Just
Go in
completely,
and corrupt their worships.
well, completely subvert their religious texts into, you thought the brass god was about this, but he's actually about this. Oh, and he's actually this and not that. To the point where literally everything about their religion is actually about my father.
So you want to go in and change out all of their books.
Well, they're brass golems, aren't they?
They worship a god.
Well, no, I'm saying isn't the cult of the brass god the brass golems themselves?
No, they're otherwise ordinary people.
I mean, hold on, just to clarify for me, there is a
They're
brass...
trying to build a cool golem.
No, stop for a second, Graf, before you keep correcting me, because I'm moving on to a second thought. There is a a group of brass golems in this setting that we made, right?
The Cult of the Brass God is trying to make a group of golems.
Okay,
I don't think anyone else is or fits under that.
That's my confusion. I thought that we had made a group that was all brass golems as well.
I'm taking a quick look through.
Well,
yeah, I
I'm
don't
assuming
think so.
one of you made them, so that's why I know I didn't. So if none of you remember making brass golems, then they don't exist. Okay, so there's just one group that is trying to make a brass golem. That's my confusion. Sir, I do this thing where I realize I'm wrong and I switch thoughts and I try to ask questions immediately before you can correct me.
When we're looking at places to corrupt, I think it would be cool to go after a level 3, but I think it would be risky.
High risk,
last
high
time
reward.
you guys went after level 3, everything went great, didn't it?
Yeah. Two
Oh, you guys have already done it? Perfect. Then you can do it again.
Two of us apparently fell in love. It's a good job.
Oh no, the tier 3 was the giants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a bigger split of the share. That was a great time for half of us. The other half possibly still alive. Who knows? But I mean, we got to go after a group that obviously already has religious beliefs. Otherwise, we can't corrupt non-religious people, or it's not corruption if we just turn people to our religion.
But there are the squirrel people, and they're looking for a new high druid. If it was a new high druid that believed in you, then that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Technically our master plan doesn't say they have to worship my father. It just says we have to corrupt them. And I did do the same thing to the other people where they started worshiping me. Or at least I corrupted the totem to worship for me. I do like your thought process here.
Well, it is towards the Dark Father, but I mean, yeah, that's the whole point of putting in our candidate.
Shit, hold on, let me...
Is the step between the... Hey, you're just the step between the worship of them and the Dark Father.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if they worship me as the prophet of the Dark Father, I am kind of like worshiping the Pope, right? Somebody's got to do it.
The wording is to corrupt it towards the Dark Father. So as long as it's the Dark Father's teachings, it doesn't have to be the Dark Father. It just has to be steps towards the evil alignment of his domains.
Hey, look, I mean, worshipping the son of the Dark Father is in the line of the Dark Father, is it not?
Wait. We need to go back a little bit. What are the Dark Father's teachings?
Hold on one
Are
sec.
they not public?
Well, I mean, I only ever put them down on my sheet, so I don't know. Is there a sheet on there that has it on there?
Well, you're the
God of-
prophet.
God of undeath and
Proselytize.
survival. He is the keeper of secrets of the underworld, guardian to all things that Osfer may forsake. You may displease him for such as passing up a chance for a good meal. And the rest did not copy properly. One sec.
Oh, giving up an
so he's the keeper
opportunity
of
to...
secrets.
Yeah, he may forsake you if you displease him, such as passing on the chance for a good meal, which is why I said to eat my enemies. Giving up an opportunity to seize power, which is why I let none of you tell me what to do. Or give up more than you need to, which is why I take my fair share.
So the teachings of your God are take whatever you want and give nothing back.
Yar.
Can't imagine why it's not more popular.
So then all you need to do is go out there and find some magical squirrel who is totally willing to take power, and they're perfect for the candidate.
An ambitious squirrel. Is there any creature more megalomaniacal and mendacious than the squirrel?
I don't know. First, you have to tell me what mendacious means.
Here's a thesaurus. It's written in light tongue. I hope you enjoy.
Well, my followers
Yes.
can do light tongue, so they'll read it and tell me what to do. I mean, not what to do. Nobody tells me what to do.
You have two cultists sitting there just like looking through a thesaurus for
Yeah, that's
words
the paradox,
similar to
isn't
this
it?
one.
I mean, my cultists
You
are
can't
human,
have somebody
though.
translate.
My cultists are human, and they're fluent in light tongue. They're the perfect...
So,
Yeah, but you can't have somebody translate for you because they can't tell you what to do.
two cultists open up a thesaurus.
So on this, there's two steps, obviously. First is find and get a squirrel to agree to do this for us, or at least corrupt them enough that they're willing to go and do it.
Well,
And two, corrupt the process so they win.
It's a shame that we had to kill that guy that Fiona brought to us, because we could have swayed him and then sent him back as our candidate for a high druid.
Slim just
Can't
kind of
you
like
just-
turns and looks at the body. Oh yeah, that.
Wait.
Can't you just
Yes,
raise him
hold
from
on.
the
That's what I was just
dead?
thinking. That's what I was just thinking. Unfortunately, I'm not the
Mhm.
I'm not the necromancer, but my priests are.
Yeah, we'll have them raise them from the dead.
Although, actually, I could do that as a ritual, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Well, yeah, it's not that hard. I could also do it.
But my
It would be-
yeah, but my followers can do it as a free downtime at any point. But unfortunately, we've already done.
Right. Well, and also, like, I appreciate this plan of me doing less work. You can just spend gold to make your followers do it.
Do I have any gold? Do I?
You're like the brokest god ever.
No, I have 3 gold. That's right. I'm at the edge of my gold.
Yeah, so if anybody should spend it, it should be you.
I don't like that. I don't like the words that you're using. You're speaking truth to me, but you're speaking it in the wrong way.
Hey, I'm not wicked to make friends.
I feel like a mob boss talking to a mirror. I don't like the way you're talking to me. You're talking to me all wrong.
All right. So I guess if that's all kosher, how about we see a bring this guy back from the dead roll?
We should
or-
probably, when he comes back from the dead, can he talk?
Well,
Depends
yeah,
on
I
how
mean, it
powerful
depends
ritual.
on the level of the ritual we agree this would be on, which I think
Mhm.
requires that the GM tell us what level of ritual this would have to be.
Well, a level
Right,
one,
just-
a level 1 ritual would do anything a normal person could do.
Well, no, a level 1
2
ritual would raise them as skeletons, and we need more than skeletons.
Yeah, that's
You know
not
what?
good.
Actually, hold on. Before we do this as a ritual, I think maybe we would call in a friend. I'd like to phone a friend, Bob.
Who are you calling?
Do you have any friends?
Yeah, I am
We all
friends
have
with the
all friends.
necromancer of the tower. I'm sorry, the Lich of the tower.
You mean the little kid?
Yes, the Lich of the tower.
So let me see if I understand the plan. We killed a squirrel, and now our plan is to prop it up, and you're going to go ahead and get your little kid friend to help you.
I'm gonna get my little kid friend, who is the Lich of the tower full of undead, to use their power to bring the squirrel back to life.
Yeah, I'm down with this. I'll watch this happen.
I mean, it fits my persona so much better because it requires that I do nothing, and somebody else has to expend their power to assist me.
Hi.
Let's go call in a favor from
My
the
vile
little kid.
friend.
In this sanctum beneath your dungeon, this scrying portal begins to flick to life as Gar's cultists work away. And on the other side, you guys see a tiny little skeleton sitting in a room surrounded by a lot more skeletons. He's dressed in robes while the others just kind of mulling about, bumping into each other.
Necromancy is hilarious.
You see some half-zombie thing come up behind him with a club as he snaps his fingers and it turns to dust. And he looks up at the scrying screen. Oh, Gar! What's up?
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, never want to walk in the front door. You know how it is.
I guess. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I have a dead squirrel here that I need brought back, in a living way. Well, not in a living way, just not in a obviously dead way. Can you make it like a lesser lich, or something like you but not you?
I could probably make it a revenant if you can get it here intact.
Wouldn't a revenant require that it has a final task that it needs to accomplish?
Yes.
Yeah, I need something that's going to survive longer than that.
Well, hold on. We can give it a revenant. Just make its final task something that's not going to be able to accomplish right away.
Well, it's going to try to accomplish it. That's the whole point. We need it to, not accomplish anything and try not to accomplish that.
Well, it's easy. You just give it the task to end the world. I mean, that's what you want to do, right?
No.
Well, the problem is if you want something intelligent that isn't a revenant, it might have free will, and that's an issue.
Yeah, that would be an issue.
Yeah, just go with this end the world. Go with this end the world thing.
Right. Yeah, but would it have the intelligence to know that it can't just say, "Hey, I want to end the world"?
What do you mean? You just say that. I want to end the world. That was easy.
Right, but we also need to make it the High Druid, which means the High Druid can't go around saying, "Hey, I want to end the world." It needs to be smart enough to accomplish its task.
So
it'll be as smart as it was when it was living, so it depends who you bring me.
So yeah,
but I
arguable.
thought you wanted to end. I thought you wanted to end the world.
No. How are people going to worship me? If I end the world, they're all going to worship my father.
Oh, then you just give it. Then you give it the goal that really it wants to be the High Druid, but what it really wants to do is convert everybody to worshiping your father.
Can I recall how intelligent this squirrel was?
We killed it, so not intelligent.
About as smart as the average human. It wasn't an adventurer, but it wasn't a complete moron.
Okay.
I think he held out to the end.
So in that case, why don't we go with the goal to destroy the giants of Stronghold or something?
Well, no, because we also don't want it to do that. Because then it's not going to focus.
That's just an example.
I'm saying then it's not going to focus. Hold on, real quick question for you, buddy. Here. Are we able to actually tell it what its final goal is, or is that just something that it has when it's risen?
No, you're gonna have to give me the goal before I bring it back.
Okay, I was just making sure its spirit didn't control the goal, like revenge on the people that killed me or something like that.
Oh no. Yeah, well, if something goes wrong, maybe, but no, normally not.
Sure. I mean,
I'm saying if we pick something high level.
No, I understand where you're coming from, Hunter. At the same time, we don't want it to be a goal that's completely unrelated to our tasks, because then instead of trying to become the High Druid, it's going to try and kill the giants, and we don't care about that. Also, I dropped a nightmare creature from the depths of beyond on the giants. They might be dead already. I don't know. I haven't looked.
We should look.
Well, maybe some other time. I'm really not concerned about it right now. I really like to think that my plans go to fruition without me looking, so I kind of like close the curtain on that and assume everything's gone to plan.
Okay, so why don't we have it be something then related to the monks?
What monks? We're talking about the squirrels.
I know.
Yeah, the ascetic monks are a completely different group of people. Have you been paying attention, Hunter? I feel like you've lost track.
I'm saying if we can have it be that this squirrel has reason to become the High Druid because it needs to amass power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more on
that can
board
set
with
it on
my
its
High
path.
Priestess and her idea than I am with what you've come up with so far.
And you see the kid. If you're looking for a high druid, I don't know if he's going to be able to use nature magic after we bring him back.
Is
Are
that
you
a
bringing me a druid
requirement?
body?
Do you think that's a requirement of being the High Druid?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Slimming will kind of like push his way into the call and go, it's like, well, do you know anyone who does?
Druid magic?
Yeah, someone like with a bad attitude, totally willing to take power, druid magic, and is probably good enough to pass off for a squirrel on a good day.
Maybe also a teenager.
Yeah, any of your friends?
I don't really talk to people in person, so I couldn't tell you.
Again, very hard to get through the front door.
You need to go outside every now and then, kid.
Don't listen to. I look
Yeah,
over
now
at
I'm
you.
getting pushed back out of the screen.
No, I look back at you like I've already forgotten your name. Like I don't know how to refer to you, and I just turn back and don't finish sentence. No, I think we're gonna go with Peony's idea.
And to elaborate, which idea was that?
Oh, that their
Just so I'm
final
on the same page.
their final goal is to make sure that everybody in the world worships me.
Okay. Alright, so there you go. Can you do it?
Well, if you can get the body up to me, I certainly can.
Well, yeah.
Going
then
on a field trip, everybody.
No, we're not. I'm going to spend a gold to perform a tier 1 ritual to create a portal between here and the... God, I guess it doesn't have to be on the floor. So I guess somewhere on the ceiling of the upper floor of the tower, so that we can drop the body in. Because we don't want, like, undead...
That's probably a good call.
Yeah, we don't want the undead pouring in through the portal, because the undead are uncontrolled.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they say it's about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, so give me an invoke.
Crap, where's my window? There it is. 5s.
Alright, so it's a little strenuous, so take a shock to your guts, but this Vortex Portal opens up in your guy's sanctum, and you see on the other side of the sky screen in the roof, a similar vortex opens up there. You see all the mindless undead stop and kind of look at it, and they're trying to get to it, but, it's too high.
By the way, I've been assuming that sorry, I've forgotten my word all of a sudden. Let me open this window back up.
That the requirements for these portals are all the same holy symbol?
Yeah, but I also assumed that they're permanent
Yeah.
until closed.
I would assume so.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm only bringing this up because technically that would mean there's a portal in this scrying room. Because that's where we are right now. This is where I've made it.
Yeah, in the sanctum, right? Or are you guys in the top part
Is
of
the
dungeon?
scrying room in the sanctum? Are we
I would
scrying?
assume so.
Okay. Because that means there's 2 portals now in the sanctum.
All right.
Because it was the one to the Merry Men, and now there's one to this place. Because I closed the one that was to the Giants.
Giant.
Giant home. Or whatever
After you
it's called.
dump the monster.
Yeah, and I closed the other one that was from the woods to the creature area after I got the guy through. So now there's still 2 portals here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, you have to give me the requirement. Oh, the requirement
your
was
holy symbol has
the
to be on
holy
both
symbol.
sides.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just so used to tear your arms
Okay.
open or whatever. Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
chuck the squirrel body in.
All right. You guys see it fall in the background, and the undead start swarming it, and the little child goes, "Okay, I will raise it up as a revenant with the command to make sure you're worshipped."
Everybody in the world worships me.
That's his goal.
Yes.
All right.
So that I'm leveling with the kid. So that it's never accomplished because obviously you don't worship me. We're friends. I don't expect you to. And that way, it'll never
I
accomplish
worship
it.
you.
Yes, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the kid. That way, so long as you never start worshiping me, it'll never accomplish its task, and thus it will always be working.
That's probably for the best, because when these things accomplish their task, sometimes they fall apart, sometimes they decide to go on a murderous rampage, so...
Right. It's the ABCs. Always be closing. I need it focused.
Alright. Let's see how well the kid does bringing this thing back to life. Okay. So when it's done, you see the squirrel get up. Most of its flesh is repaired. If fur looks a little raggedy, and can kind of use some magic to sweep out the dust and that. And all right, where do you want me to tell it to go?
To the... Sorry, I don't know where the squirrels live. I thought I had a window open, but apparently... Come on, guys, you're all here too.
What's the question exactly?
The squirrel people, what's the area they live in called?
Oh, that they lived in the northwest. I can't see the map.
You-
There we go.
Well, I was looking for I thought I had the thing open that where they live,
Oh.
the names of the areas.
Yeah, I don't see the index. Yeah,
The-
squirrel
There
people,
it is.
northwest.
Their
Sandbox
nickname
faction.
is Squirrel People.
But yeah, the area
See?
that it's called.
Squirrel People. That's what we call
the
this.
name-
Forest of the
Forest.
Squirrel.
The name of the place the squirrel people live is called Squirrel People.
If you
Yes.
look on the map, it says
No,
Squirrel
I understand
People.
that.
It's called
I'm
the
just
Forest-
saying it out loud so that we all understand how stupid it is. Because I'm looking
No,
at the
it's-
sandbox factions.
Well, we are a bunch of stupid monsters.
Yeah, but unfortunately the monsters didn't name the areas. We did.
It's
Now it's the
forest of
ancient forest.
I'm sure they have a word for it. We don't know what it is because we don't speak light.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I do, but I also don't care about them.
Right. But also, he just doesn't care.
But yeah, send it to
Right.
the squirrel people.
Shouldn't we escort this thing to make sure it doesn't get killed along the way?
I suggest, High Priestess, that you do not jump through the portal to the top of the Lich's Tower to then escort it somewhere. It will not be pretty for you.
Well, we can-
if you
Well, we can come pick it up on our way to the ancient forest and then drop it off.
That sounds like a good plan. I'll try and get to the bottom of the tower for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, it's just a squirrel. I mean, people just try to kill it.
Oh, I see. You removed the box. Okay. You just put the name Squirrel People there. I was like,
Yeah.
where is A? I can't find A.
Slowly working on fixing up the map in my free time.
Yep.
Yeah, I
All right.
guess
So-
just have to pass through a bunch of
We have
weird territory.
decided on our mission then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
obviously
that sounds like mission time.
We're in
Yeah.
the corruption phase, which means every
So
time
this
I hear
sounds
that,
like
it's
a
think reading
2-point
Rainbow.
This sounds like a 2-point raid. 1, get that squirrel back to the squirrel people, and 2, rig this high druid election to make sure this person wins.
Is it an election?
Right.
This is a
I think-
democratic high
Well-
thing.
Meritocracy. So he has to prove somehow he can be the best high druid they need.
So we're kind of looking at trickery.
For at least that part.
Isn't the first test going to be, are you alive?
I don't
no.
think they usually think of that. It's usually
I mean-
the assumption.
Typically, I mean, when the president runs the elections, is that his first question? You just assume he's alive.
Well, I assume they put the president through a physical and then note that his blood pressure is low and heartbeat non-existent.
So are we assuming then that the squirrel people check blood pressure?
Well, is this World of Warcraft druid or Celtic druid?
This is, well, they're people of light, so it's probably closer to World of Warcraft.
Wait,
druid.
who invented the squirrel
Okay, then we're
people?
fine.
Whose invention were the squirrel people?
I think that was Raph, actually.
Wouldn't that
Could
mean
be.
that you have the say on this?
think so.
No, he got to name
no,
three. He got to name 3 facts, and then from there, you guys learn as you play.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on.
Oh, yeah. No, I would have... dude, I put them in there because they're my favorite bad guys in the Redwall novels.
So
Oh,
It's
if
an
this is
entire-
if this
And
is
I-
where
and they're- and
our
they're
raid is
picnic.
going, do
Yeah,
we
they're
want
picnic.
to establish what type of druid they are?
Oh, that's right, because you have
'Cause I
that
can do
ability.
it.
Right. Well, probably more to the point, we want to establish facts like how are they going to pick and how are we going to manipulate that?
Okay, so
as
in
long
that
as I
You
case,
might
count back.
notice he's dead.
let's establish.
That they pick their high druid by the best looking. Worst smell.
Oh no, I can work with that.
Yeah, well, he's dead.
can
Yeah,
work with
well, I
that.
think we can work with that.
No, so I would like to establish that the squirrel people of the ancient forest select the high druid by the one who smells closest to nature.
By the one who can hold their breath the longest.
hmm.
So we're going
Okay.
to replace his internal organs with potpourri.
Why do we have potpourri? Why is that something we have?
Have you smelled it around here? It's horrible.
No,
yeah,
what-
someone put the latrine up at the front and it just filters into the rest of the dungeon
I
from
have
there.
made
One
portals
of
did
all.
that.
I have made portals all throughout the land. You think I'm spending my time here?
In your own dungeon, true. One of the things I appreciate the most about Skyrim is all the potpourri that's everywhere. I
Oh,
thought that
gosh,
was
yeah.
a nice touch.
Troll fat in the bedroom and everything. Yeah, those little details.
Yoink! I'm gonna eat this. Oh nom nom. Oh, my stamina went down. I learned something today.
All right, so it sounds like the second part of the plan is trickery. What's the first part of the plan of getting this squirrel person back into his society?
Escort?
I guess he needs to be escorted.
Is this like the journey there, or is this like actually getting people to accept that he's back?
I would say the latter.
Mhm, mhm.
Or we could focus on the further, because you do have to pick him up from the Spire of Death with uncontrolled undead everywhere.
Well, I mean, I'm only suggesting the escort part because we've already established that we have to pick him up and get him there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, if we want to hand
So,
wave
I
that and
guess
go
we
for a
want-
more social thing, I guess we could do that too.
Well, yeah. Well, we got our social part for the second part. So, what do you
Yeah.
want the first part to be?
It could be a trickery for both.
Mm-hmm.
Because we could approach being like, we have one of yours, what will you give us?
Well, basically, we have 3 issues. You have to pick him up from the Spire of Death. You have
Yep.
to get him
Yeah.
back in his people, and you have to get him as the High Druid.
Mhm.
So this actually sounds like a 3-step plan for once.
Well, yeah, I mean, trickery as getting him back to his people would also work, yeah. Because I like the idea of the hostage exchange. Because we do know he was kidnapped. Or they should know that he was kidnapped. Because
They
his
sent
wife...
someone to save him.
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah.
And
So
the
that
wife died.
So that might be a
Ooh.
negotiation. Even.
No, the wife didn't die.
Nope.
Didn't the wife run away?
Yeah, she exploded into a flock of birds and flew off once her husband was dead, as she thought.
Yeah, so she knows that he was here. She thought he was here, came to save him, saw that he was
Oh
here,
my
thought he
God.
died, sees he's still
Oh.
alive.
Oh, we actually
Hold
already
on.
established that person's weak point is this character. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an idea. We can have it be that you're willing to trade him back, for an apology from her for attacking us. Because you felt disrespected and you are a god.
Isn't she going to figure out that he's not alive anymore?
Again, the problem is that we established previously that he is her weak point. She might realize it, but if he's the weak point, she might not be willing to accept it. That's the problem. Her problem.
This is the most horrible thing I have ever heard any of you talk about or doing, so I'm totally here for it.
Also, not true.
Awesome. So
I'm pretty sure you've heard
it looks like the
horrible
3-step
things.
plan, at least to me, sounds like we're going to do a strike. We're going to get him out of the undead area without killing ourselves in the process.
Is that considered a strike?
Then we're going to...
It could be.
We're getting in and out with as quickly as possible without deviating.
Sorry,
Lucky
I don't
stealth.
know the I don't know the specific names of the things that we have to do.
It
with
could
the-
also be stealth.
Oh.
yes.
They're
Strike-
on the bottom of the character sheet.
Oh, are they? Okay. Hold on.
Strike is a violent, coordinated attack to get what you want, where assault is destroy everything between you and the target and mayhem, basically. That's
Right.
the difference between those two.
Strike is more precision, and since we're swiping it up from someone who wants to give it to us anyway, well,
Yeah. Okay. I
we
agree
just
with
have to
that.
contend with the undead horde.
The word strike made me question it, but now reading what
I
strike
understand.
says, I agree. Yeah.
So, and the second part is, of course, negotiation. We are trying to sell this person back. We have multiple people who can speak light, and we're basically trying to make it so that they fully believe that we've given them back exactly what we said we did.
We could also take the angle of you are going to become High Druid. And then this being the person's husband, he could corrupt from the inside.
Yeah, that's basically the idea. Well, I mean, as long as one of them is.
That's what I mean. Because the wife could be the High Druid.
The negotiation part. Well, no, she can't be because they have the clock to nominate a High Druid, so nobody is the High Druid right now. But the
But
the
your actions
negotiation
can
part.
affect these clocks.
Well, yeah.
No, so like that-
Hold on. The negotiation part. I say the apology idea that you had before. I'm a god. I brought him back to life. Thus, she saw him die. I brought him back to life. We acknowledge that I'm a god because I have the power over life and death. And that's what the apology is. That way, if she determines that something's off about him, that he is a revenant, he did die, I brought him back. And again, since he's the weak point of her, she'll have to accept, because otherwise, not accepting is the elimination of him, and she can't accept that.
Okay.
I like it.
And then trickery, somebody wins.
So as the trickery, I think part of the terms of giving him back is that she runs for High Druid.
Why?
Because then, if
It's
she's
in our
the
pocket.
High Druid, he's right beside her.
Oh, power behind the throne sort of deal.
Yeah, so he can work from the inside to corrupt.
Knowing that she won't do anything to harm him because he's the weak point to her.
Exactly. And I can easily, and if we are successful in getting her to be High Druid with that, I can use a stress point to establish that he holds just as much social power as she does.
I want you to know, I love this plan, but I'm not 100% behind you in case it backfires, so I can say I told you so later.
Okay.
Yeah, I accept that.
No, that's about how it goes. You should rue and lament every plan that I've ever made for you.
Right. I back you.
Let's get going then.
I
Let's get
back you
ruined.
up. I back you completely, but at the same time, I see this going wrong, and I want you to know that ahead of time.
You know what? That's perfectly fine because I think your father is much cooler than you.
Ow.
No.
Oh.
You know what's the shame behind that is that when you die, I'm going to bring you back in a much worse position than you are now. You've literally just seen me. You've literally just seen me do this.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you think your power play is here. I hope you like the latrine. Next 1,000 years are going to be spent in it.
Oh boy. 1,000 years dungeon. So let's go do our strike.
All right. So that sounds like we've got the plan all assembled, right? Everyone's good with those steps?
We do.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then we'll fast forward to the engagement. All right. So you guys make your way across the land to the Spire of Death. The land around it is completely dead, no grass and barren. You see the odd wandering skeleton on your approach to the tower. And as you get close to the tower, it goes from like the odd skeleton here and there to a few skeletons out. And as you finally get to the tower, there are lots and lots of undead just milling about, bumping into each other. None of them seem to be paying you any mind. Oh, I forgot. Has everyone picked their gear and if they're bringing their minions or not?
Yeah, I'm bringing my minions.
It costs money to bring your minions.
Now,
Yes.
minor companions.
Unless you have a
have
special
ability.
ability.
Yeah, minor companions, they come for free.
Oh, yeah. I
Because-
don't think I have any money.
They're minor religious zealots, so they follow me no matter what.
Where's money? Oh, I do have money. Do the squirrels speak light?
They do.
Yeah. Sigh. All right, I'm bringing my minions because my minions speak light.
As we approach closer, can I spend a stress to have a flashback of knowing a tunnel that will get us to the entrance of the tower, avoiding the undead?
Give me a scan. You can definitely do the flashback, click off a stress, and give me the scan. Yeah, so you've scouted this area long before you got here. You've maybe been here yourself a few times before, and you do know of a tunnel that'll pop you right up near the tower.
Yep. I have worked for the Seekers of Truth before, so.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been stealing from us?
I have not stolen from this group. No one has paid me to do so yet.
That's all the Seekers of Truth do. If you work for the Seekers of Truth, all I can think of is that you're stealing knowledge from us. What are you doing? Why are you here? Who sent you? Who sent you?
But besides that fact, come over here to this very odd-looking hole in the wall.
Wow.
It is kind of strange.
It's shaped like a door.
Okay, thank God. If it was a hole, I'd have more questions.
Oh, I thought this was one of those tourist traps, like biggest ball of yarn.
Oh,
It's
no,
like, here's the rock that's shaped like a door. It's like, oh, it's actually a door. Wow, that's kind of entertaining.
It's actually the rock that's shaped like a window over there.
The place amazes every time.
All right. So, taking the tunnel underneath, you guys avoid any patrols of any intelligent undead and get right to the front door. There's two skeletons that look like someone put the spear in their hands. They're just standing there very still.
Somebody throw a rock in the other direction.
I think we need to knock on the door.
Well, no, he's supposed to be outside. Isn't he?
Friend.
And the two
I'm out of ideas.
No, these are uncontrolled.
skeletons turn their head.
So these are uncontrolled undead. Remember, don't. So I'm saying, throw a rock or something. Make sure they don't follow it. That's why.
Are you sure they're undead? They could just be two skeletons propped up at the door. That's what I.
Well, they just moved, so yes.
I didn't move.
Yeah, they did. He just turned his head and looked at us.
No, they were like that when we got here. It's all trickery. And you're falling for it. You should know better, Prophet.
You should know better.
All right, so a
Yes,
lot of you see the
With such
few of them
quitting
take a few
retorts as
steps.
this.
It's like
Continue.
springs or something. That would be awesome.
What do
Say
we see?
what?
The two guards are beginning to approach the group in very unsteady paces. Now, guard, this being your vile friend's place, you would know that these skeletons are not moving around like the unintelligent ones. It looks like they are either being controlled or have a purpose of some kind, which is unusual for around here.
I mean,
Tell you what, I'll distract them. You guys get to business.
well, wait, just before we do anything, I just want to go back and remember we are supposed to pick them up outside, right?
He said he would try and get it to the front door.
Okay, maybe that just means I assumed he meant outside the front door.
That's assuming he can get it there at all, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, go ahead,
Right.
Griffin.
All right, I will go ahead and distract them. Hello, my fellow chummy bone men. How are you doing today?
And they kind of open their mouths in unison. A weird, unholy voice points out, Gar.
Gar's a little busy, and I just like look behind me and like see if Gar's even gonna make a move.
I'm a little nothing. I am everything.
Gar.
Yeah, we're here to pick up for Gar. Yeah, we're here to pick up for Gar. I am.
All right, and they put their spears back up and start walking back to the door.
I'm gonna follow them.
And they try and turn the door, and their hands aren't quite working, and they start smashing their head against the door, and when that fails, they start poking at it with the spears.
Here, allow me, and I'll go ahead and just open the door for them. See, you did it.
And they point inside, Gar! And then fall apart.
Well, they accomplished their task. Time to head on in.
I mean, do we see a squirrel guy in the first floor? In the first doorway?
Yeah, if everyone's going in, it kind of opens up, and you see the squirrel guy sitting there. His face is covered in blood. His fingers are covered in blood. He's kind of shaking a little. He looks around. What's going on?
It's fine. There's a lake between here and there. We'll catch you on the way.
We're your new best friends.
So hungry.
Well, that was not covered. I guess we should have thought about that beforehand.
It's okay. The second part of my plan involves giving you a bit of food. Here, bite down on the small woodland critter while I gag you.
Wait, what?
Why?
When did
I
you
am
have
pulling
your
out
small
iron
wooden-
manacles, and it is going to be part of the disguise.
Oh, right,
We have
yeah.
our
Sorry.
technical captain.
Forgot about that.
Give me a trick.
Trick this button. Let's go. 4.
All right, so you tie him up, but like he's still all bloody. His hands are covered in blood. He's trembling a little, and his eyes are darting at the lot of you.
Well, I mean, I
I
am
didn't know
your
you
god,
were dead
after
so
all.
late.
I don't think you should really be that concerned about this.
Well,
You're
he's
not
in manacles
concerned.
and he's gagged now, so we get to take him where we want.
Well, first thing we gotta do is take him to that lake and wash all the blood and shit off him. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
first step, get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have a way out. We'll use the tunnel.
Well, no, we want to head
We
straight
should
up
wait
north.
until we get to the destination to clean him up, because he's going to get dirty while we take him there.
Well, the thing is there's a lake between
Maybe
us
it's more
and there.
convincing if he's dirty.
Well, no, because remember, the plan is that I raised him back to life. I don't want to say, hey, I do a shitty job at it.
All right. Hold still. I'll clean him
But
up.
you technically didn't. It was the child.
While these two
Why are you concerned
bickering,
with the
I'll go
truth, Hunter?
I'll go ahead and invoke a trivial spell to clean him off.
All right, give me an invoke.
Oh,
Which, by the way, would be in force. So was it like a blow drying effect? Like a whoosh. All the dirt
yeah.
off.
You clean off. You always have to go ahead and clean off all the. You clean off the dirt, the sweat, the outer layer of skin.
I can just only imagine
No, they need that.
one of those cartoon things where like all the hair is hard back, like
Yeah.
like he just got put in front of the speaker system, going full blast.
They turned it up to 11.
Yeah, the moment
Yeah.
before the head flies off.
First you clean them up before you start proper exercise.
All right, so Peony, are you guys doing this just still in the Deathlands, or what's the plan?
I just cast a spell.
Yeah.
They said they wanted him clean now. I have a partial success, which means he looks cleaner.
No, I'm gonna say
Close
I'm gonna
enough.
say you get what you want. He's completely clean, but Is there a noise, a sound, or what draws the attention of the stupid undead towards your location?
Oh, this makes a huge blow dryer noise.
All right,
I mean,
so
it's completely, it's not subtle in any way. I mean, he's clean enough for your purposes. He's not clean enough for mine.
While you are having this discussion, the undead have noticed us. Let's get to the tunnel.
The tunnel that leads back towards our base.
Yeah. And I guess as we step outside, what do we see?
you see the horde of the undead making their way towards the noise.
Mm-hmm.
They seem curious. Most of them seem to be skeletons, but there's something moving around below them.
Oh, that one's juicy.
Like, I imagine that the tunnel ends like starts somewhere like here-ish. Because it was something I learned while working for the Seekers of Truth.
All right, there you go.
You guys, best of luck. I'm sneaking out of here. No, I'm not.
Are you? I still see you. You're still
Right, so
right there.
You see Slimmick go to sneak off, and among the skeletons, something pushes forward. It's carrying some kind of blade. It starts to glow purple, and it comes down at you, Slimmick, just in front of you, blocking your way.
Ah!
I want to point out again that I am a fucking god. I'm just gonna force my way through.
I don't think they want us to leave. Do something.
Give me a smash, Gar.
Don't worry, Slimmick. I've got your back. And using Slimmick as a distraction, I'm going to sneak away.
All right.
Gar actually just goes in throwing fists, which is great.
No, like
I mean, don't worry, I've got your back.
I'm
While
like
he throws a fist.
Sauron through the first Lord of the Rings movie, the very intro. Just whoosh, whoosh, out of my way.
While that is happening, I want to run up the blade of that large undead creature and like jump and flip into the tunnel.
That sounds like a trick or a finesse.
All right.
All right, so looking at all these results, Gar, you're smashing your way through the dumb ones without concern. Peony, you're slipping away from them, but there's a couple close calls, so shock something unless you want to resist. Lord Movish, shock your muscles unless you wish to resist. But yeah, you run up the blade, do the leap, and into the tunnel you are. Meanwhile, Slimmick, everyone's left you behind with this Death Knight whose attention you've gotten. It's starting to reach down for you.
The adventurers, they just went in. We just barely escaped. Quick, go after them into the tower.
What do I use? So do I resist or do I...
You can choose to shock something or you can resist.
What would I shock? My muscles?
Whatever you think is appropriate.
Well, you used muscle to skulk, so I guess I shock my muscle.
Yeah, there's a couple things. It could be guts because you feel uncomfortable. It could be brain because you see something horrific.
Yeah, it would be muscles. This is just the undead. I mean, it's a skeleton. It's a person, but with less. How is that scary?
But I am lying my way out of the situation.
All right. So you're telling him, basically, Ventures have gotten to the tower, and he looks down, he's like, good.
Okay. Should I go ahead and roll for that at all, or...?
It's going to be lesser effect, because he doesn't give a damn about the tower.
Okay. I will go ahead and Dark Heart it.
All right, that gives you an extra die. Still lesser effect.
Hey, it does work.
All right, so he seems unconcerned about the tower, but he does believe you and orders a lot of the dumb skeletons to start heading in as he reaches down and picks you up.
I'm delicate, please.
You will feed the ghouls. And he starts bringing you away from the tower.
Oh no.
All right, meanwhile, the orc hunter and Peony have managed to escape. Gar, you're smashed through the skeletons until they just stop and turn towards the tower.
Yep, it's cool.
You can see the Death Knight dragging off Slimmick at the moment, and the others have gotten...
Wait, they're dragging off Slimmick? I sigh. I'd like to get my minions to help Slimmick.
All right. So you command bugbears to. How are they going to help
their,
Slimmick?
their best ability is to trick, so I guess they would just show up and start throwing rocks. Go, hey, I got sticks and I got stones. We heard you're weak against these.
Give me a trick. See if they can get his attention more than Slimmick.
This is supposed to give the Slimmick an opportunity to escape. He's supposed to be a slippery customer.
Mm-hmm.
They have a partial success, so maybe that's an opportunity for him to escape.
So that creates opportunity, and how it does so is it's not that they're overly distracting. He just looks at the bugbears, looks at the size of the snake, lets go with the snake, and starts making his way up to the bugbears.
And I'm out of there.
Yeah, and they peace out too.
Right. So for the bugbears, give me a skulk or finesse, and Slimmick, I imagine it's just skulk for you.
Yeah, Skulker Finesse also work for me. They're both 2 now.
Like bosses.
I'm not good at running.
Welcome back to the tower, Slimmick.
All right, so the bugbears managed to escape this behemoth of a death knight. Slimmick like skulks away, and he's like, I'm out of here, and like comes up over a ridge, and there's a pack of ghouls who kind of look up, and
Oh,
white eyes and mouths shut agape, kind of You are now in a dangerous situation.
flashback contingency plan.
All right, I'm all ears.
All right. So you remember how I took one helpless woodland critter and stuffed it in the mouth of our zombie?
Mhm.
Well, that's not because I'm unprepared. It's because I have many small woodland critters underneath my cloak.
All right, that sounds like either a tinker or a trick.
Right. I just went and did like some small trapping. So I'll get a roll trick real quick.
Seems like that's why everyone's out after you, because you have all the food.
Maybe that is it. So yeah, you open up the cloak, all these woodland creatures dart out, and ghouls look around, and they're gone. So yeah, Slimmick can slip away back to the group.
This is so stupid. I love it.
So you guys escape with your bound up reverend. He's cleaned off. You've escaped the lands of death.
Am I
It
to
should be smooth
understand
sailing.
that you lost our lunch?
Oh, well, I like to think of it as more as gained a friend.
You haven't gained a friend.
Well,
What kind
you
of
lost it a bit ago, and then you got it back.
Yeah, what kind of friends? Would
It's
we
my
be
gift to you.
with lunch? Oh well,
Think he
I
made
will pet a
himself.
squirrel.
you're lucky. You're so cute.
Oh. All right. So, on our way to the ancient forest.
Yeah. So we're gonna flash forward to the next part of the plan. You guys are trying to set up a meeting. What kind of message are you sending? Who are you expecting to come meet you for this exchange? Or are you just walking into their village with this squirrel?
Well, we expect the wife to come meet us. Where does
Right.
she live?
So I'm going to write a threatening letter that says, we have your husband in good condition. If you want him back, come alone.
All right, and you'll probably meet them at the outskirts of the ancient
How are
forest.
you going to deliver this letter? You're going to strap it to the small woodland creature that you let go?
Oh,
Well,
gosh, you're right. Well, I mean, I can sneak around, so...
Can I see where the wives' house is?
Yeah, I think the initiation role here is going to be like, how well do I sneak in and out to, like, deliver a letter? How good is my postman outfit?
We don't even need you to sneak in and out. Can I find where the wives' house is?
We can deliver the letter. I don't mind glossing over that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the gloss over part.
Because I can
Yeah.
shoot it in there.
But we do have one success.
I have a bow.
Yeah, so for the engagement role, you get there and you're just inside the forest where an agreement place to meet was. She does come alone, but she's up in the trees, and the forest does seem to respond to her power much greater here than in your dungeon.